to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. Today, a battle in the Great Lakes Stadium, from the Yoopers to those in the Mitten. All Michiganders will be focused on this showdown, as we'll see a squad from the back, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee, as he stopped at the 14. So Western Michigan's return team didn't help matters out much there. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Tackled after picking up the first down. And the Broncos will hustle to the line. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Smith wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's got it down the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Broncos are marching down the field. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
He finds his man, and he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. The snap sets up the throw. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quick strike complete.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out a few inches more, and he would have picked up the first down. It was a great individual effort there on 3rd down, getting back a bunch of yards. Now they're in a position to go for it here on 4th.
He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Michigan's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. And the incompletion brings up a second down. Pressure coming. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up the screens. You want to do them on obvious passing situations when you're anticipating the DNs really racing up.
Oh, he wants it all. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it first and goal from the 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Able to get a couple on the play, he's down at the 9. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off with the score from the 4.
Michigan 7, Western Michigan.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on defense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're
intercepted. Bringing it back at the 30. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And the Wolverines are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Smith dropping to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Fires to the big fella. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Here comes the offense on second down. Off play action. Looking deep. And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Feeling some heat. And they knocked him down almost immediately. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A strike downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback making this progression.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Smith wants to throw. On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Broncos headed quickly to the line. Give to the running back.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, as you know, there is a fight for the Cy-Hawk going on between Iowa and Iowa State, and we finally have a winner. Iowa State somehow, some way, found a way there in Ames and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Smith dropping to pass. Gets it out quickly. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Broncos will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Now the toss. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body...
Going downfield for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. It's caught. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, making it an easy completion.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Beard. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've got it down to the 32, 1st and 10 coming. He wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. And the Wolverines in the hurry up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Coming after it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Got his man to the left. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got his man. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Broncos are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Smith wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Comes out throwing on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. The Broncos will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
We just went to half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently and to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Got his man in the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterbacks. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Now on second down. Here's the give off the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Smith dropping to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Splits the uprights right down the middle. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it. 4th and very, very long. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. Finds his target down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the short completion brings up 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Splits the uprights. Good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Makes a move. Got a little room. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Michigan! And the pummeling has started. And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. They'll run the option. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interested to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Broncos trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
PAT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball.
And he's running in the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. He'll bring it out. It's Darnold. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Going up top on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Offense in a bunch formation. Smith wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They're bringing heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Finds his man and they convert. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Broncos are rolling down the field. He wants to throw it again. That's reeled in. It's Wade. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's picked off at the goal line. Looking for more room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The option look. He'll pitch it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
A shot toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted.
Pass interference. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Smith dropping to pass. Unloads to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. New set of downs after that completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Wade. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. On second down, he'll let it fly. Grab behind the line. It's Wade. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. Running inside the 20. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He had nowhere to go, no place to hide, and they'll knock him down for a loss of 9. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position. Got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. They'll try to tack one more on their... It's a fake, and the holder's going to try to throw for it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Offense set on 1st down. Smith wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Finds his man. It's Jackson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.